Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for Married at First Sight, season 17, episode 21. Yes, they are still going, honey. They have stopped one episode and started up a next set. This is like season 17.2. Because, see, we've already gotten the decision day out of the way for the rest of them, but we are still trucking along with Michael and Chloe. So, child, let's get into it if we're going to get into it. 2 days after decision day. So, all of the ladies are together because they only have each other. They all got together to say that the men owe them an apology. Emily's like, they're not even texting us. Emily, that's not how this works. That's not how this works. Once it's over, honey, they don't give a damn, honey. They didn't give a damn when they was in the relationship. Baby, they're not going to text you. Okay, that's not how it works. Now, I'm happy that Lauren wasn't a part of their pity PJ party, because I definitely would have been like, all right, Claire, I know you behind this. Michael and Chloe, 19 days until decision day. Y'all, 19 days. Now, let me just say this. I started to not review this episode because I was thinking, okay, I just want to get down to the reunion because what more could we say? We're talking in circles, but I don't think that that's fair to Michael and Chloe because they didn't get a chance to see their story through. So I'm going to continue on, but yeah, what is this? So they're at this farm, right? It's like an animal sanctuary. They're there with the animals. So the lady that's showing them around, she's showing them one of the 2 disabled cows that's in the world. And I was like, oh, that got a tear out of me, y'all. Like, I'm not a farm girl, but I felt so bad for Lila. That was her name. That was the cow's name. Her name was Lila. Chloe wants to be old MacDonald, and I don't know if Michael is going to be down for that because he seems more cityfied. It's definitely giving Green Acres. He wants to be in the city. She wants to be on the farm. So they're standing there, right? And she's telling him that it's always been her dream to own an animal sanctuary. She said, I wanted a farm. He said, do you want a farm this big or half the size? So she says she wants to take care of as many animals that need a home. If they need a home, she wants to take care of them, but not this many. She also tells him that she wants to be a foster parent, which, they talked about briefly. And so he asked her how many foster children does she want. She said 5 at a time. She said, and not the babies. I want the older kids, like middle school and high school, the ones who kind of have like the behavioral issues and that, feel like, it's just them against the world. And yeah, I want them each to have their own room. And he's like, well, wait a minute. So you want a 17-bedroom home. You want an animal sanctuary. What is going on here? Michael is afraid that he will not be ready for that because it's not going to be very easy. It's actually going to be very taxing mentally and physically, and you're going into a brand new marriage. Ciao. Now, he does think that their dreams differ. He said hers is on a much larger scale than his, and he's not pressing the issue with her right now because he wants to understand it first. Michael don't want all them teenage girls in his pearl drawer. Child, not all them girls trying to get Michael's pearls. Becca. Child, ain't even Becca in Austin. It's just Becca. She's in there packing up. Of course, it's Claire and her misery coming to keep her company. So she's asking if she talked to Austin. She's like, yeah, instead of an apology, he was saying, well, why can't I be friends with the producer? Like, what's the problem with that? She's not up for him gaslighting her. She's like, no, I don't need a person like that in my life. I mean, she said she used to be that person that would gaslight and manipulate and all of that, but she worked to not be that person. And she wants someone that has also done the work. Now, as I was watching this scene, I was just thinking, why do I feel like Claire is so happy that everyone's marriage is over? Because hers is. Now, granted, Becca and Austin in his backwards cap, they were never going to work at all. But it's just the feeling that I get from Claire. I'm just like, Claire, you are really having a grand old time. And these people are sad. Moving forward. Emily. So she's also packing her mountain of things. Emily, this place is disgusting. Now, I know you're going through, girl, but clean this place up. Emily is on the phone with her friend. And she said that she's not really big on change. She's sad. She's been crying. She really hasn't processed everything yet. She said that she's going to go back to her old life. She's going to travel. And that may help her to get out of this funk that she's in. And when I was listening to her say that she's been sad, I think it's her being more so sad about all of the tragedies that happened in this marriage versus the marriage actually being over. Because for me, even though I'm not Emily, I feel like her marriage was over and it never really fully started. He gave up on the honeymoon. Like, it really shifted after that one episode. And then when they got back, he was like, yeah, I don't even want to move in with her. It's giving no. Okay, it's giving no. Becca and Emily. So, baby, now we got Becca and Emily. We ain't got Becca and Austin or Emily and Brennan. It's Becca and Emily. So they're sitting there talking about what's next in their lives and them dating. Of course, they're talking about Brennan and Austin. Brennan. That's all Emily ever talks about. Emily said, even though it was, her first relationship, it can kind of steer her away from so many other bad relationships that she could potentially be in. And I was like, well, that's a positive way to look at it, because for me, baby, I would have been like, you know what? After y'all put me with Brennan, I don't want to see now another man for a longer time. Okay? I'm going to need a minute to get over it. But she's actually using this as experience and to know what not to look for and what ways not to be treated in her next relationship. So I'm here for it. This show really did a number on these women. Austin. So he's moving back with his roommate where he wanted to be the whole damn time. Your Nintendo 64 has missed you, Mr. Backwards Cap, and you ain't fooling me. So his roommate is asking him how he feels not coming back with Becca. He said, it sucks. She said, well, what happened? He said, well, one of our biggest issues was the filming. No, sir. The biggest issue was you acting repulsed by your wife. That was the biggest issue. So he's telling her about the lie about the producer and that he called Becca afterwards and that was a mistake. It just led to more arguing because she wanted him to leave with the apology. He said Becca told him she wanted nothing to do with him. Delete, unfriend, unfollow. Now, I don't know if maybe this is just me, but I'm not buying this little performance that Austin is putting on. He trying to win over the audience till the bitter end. If you were that torn up about it, you should have went to Becca instead of going out with that damn producer. And if there was not anything going on, then why did you lie about it? And that single tear that you are trying to push out is not fooling me. Moving forward. And also, I need the details on that producer. I want to know what's going on with the producer. 7 days after decision day. Oh my gosh, now I'm being subjected to Brennan. Okay. He said that the bartender was cute because he went up there and ordered a drink. I was like, not her being cute and she looked just like Emily. Okay, child. Moving forward. I ain't gonna spend too much time on Brennan. Basically, he claimed that he cared about Emily. I don't know if the care was in the room with us or what. Then he tried to spin the narrative about deleting the diary cam. He and Austin are really cut from the same cloth. So let's move on. Chloe and Michael. So they're out on their 1 month anniversary date. I think this is the 1 month anniversary date, or it just might be a date. They're kissing. I said, oh, okay. I see a little bit of tongue action. Okay, get into it. He said after the sex store, they just slid on into the sexuals and whatnot. That was her excitement for that toy. Had y'all not went about that toy, y'all wouldn't be doing nothing. So they started talking about the farm foster home that she wants to open. And she's kind of running down what they'll need to make that happen. She wants to know about getting a house versus, them living in their 2 separate apartments. Because if you're going to be fostering 5 children and fostering and taking care of all these animals, you're going to need a farm with lots of land. So he said that his lease is up first. So maybe they need to figure out if they're going to move in right away. He knows that they need a moment to recharge. So he was thinking 3 days living together and then take some time to recharge. And she was kind of looking at him sideways. I said, not miss, I need a moment. So she's like, well, is there anything that gives you pause? He said, okay, an animal sanctuary does not give me pause. An animal sanctuary with 500 animals gives me pause. Okay. Being a foster parent, that doesn't scare me. 5 teenage foster children at once. That does. Chloe know that. She ain't slick. She can't even travel for a few days without needing to regroup. But you want 5 teenage foster children with behavioral problems and an animal sanctuary? Girl, goodbye. She knew exactly what she was doing. Allegedly. 9 days after decision day. Becca and Austin. So he's out with friends and she's on FaceTime with her business partner. Apparently she was putting so much into this experience that she was slacking on her business. So the business partner is on the phone and then she says something that I was like, Ma'am, what are you talking about? She says to Becca, I never thought that you would be in a relationship that really just requires so much time and energy. A marriage? What are you saying? She's married. Of course, it's going to require her time and energy. So now Becca is second guessing her decision to walk away. Girl, just think about how he rejected you. Think about how y'all were at that retreat and he got up and took his pajamas and his pillow and his blanket and went to sleep in the sportsman's room. Just think about all that. Over there with Austin and all of his backwards cap wearing friends, he's lying to them, trying to clean things up, talking about that he wanted to make it work, but he just was lying and things just didn't work out. Oh, Lord, Austin, I don't have time. Y'all are not going to believe the names that I'm about to call out next. Lauren and Orion. Yes, you heard that correctly. Let me go back one more time. Lauren and Orion. Why are you back on my screen? You know what? If Lauren want to look in your face, let her look in your face. Long as you stay in her space. I don't care. He invited her out for whatever reason, and she accepted for whatever reason. Lauren, this is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. So they're shooting bow and arrows. I would have been tearing his little legs up. Do you hear me? A pew, pew. He would have been dancing in there. So after all that, they sit down, they talk. He's asking her how she is. She said, better than I was before I even entered the process. I'm just feeling blessed. I know that's right. Hashtag blessed. He said that he's also doing good. So she said, well, are you dating? He said, well, I mean, I'm not quite done with you in this process. Oh, hey. Orion, don't piss me off. You are absolutely done with this process. You sat right in front of Pastor Calvin on that Zoom and said that you wanted nothing else to do with Lauren. What are you saying? She said, so, I mean, you're saying what? Like you want to be more than friends? He said, yeah, I've been thinking about it. Lauren, no, we don't want it, honey. And she is actually open to it. Okay, Lauren, whatever foolishness that you get from Orion will be on you. I wouldn't even be entertaining him, but that's just me. Michael. So he's giving Cameron a call because we need to catch up with everybody. So here we go. Hello? Hey, how's it going? He's like, yeah, I'm just sitting here and I was just thinking that the thing that really triggered me was her saying that I was trying to silence her when the whole time I never told Claire what she could and could not say. He said I always welcomed her expressing herself. Now, he did say that Claire lied to him every step of the way, and he's very excited that he's divorcing her, and he never plans to speak to her again. Oh, baby, he's standing on business. He has gotten on his bike and pedaled away from Claire. He said that woman will never see him again. I said, I know that's right. Don't let her play in your face, Cameron. I am so happy that he kept it real. And he just flat out said, listen, you tried to put me in the category with all the other men about being silenced, and you know full well that you were the one censoring me. So I'm happy he spoke his speech. Michael and Chloe. So they're having a date. Now, this is the 1 month anniversary date. Michael is in these people's establishment naked. See, that's why I don't get in hot tubs. Okay, it's disgusting. And that water looked so dirty. I said, what is this, honey? Ooh, it looked dipped in dirt. So they started talking about where they are now and going into the future. And he said that they're on the trajectory to one day be in love. So I'm like, oh, okay, this might work. He feels that they're headed toward yes, but he needs to feel like he really wants to continue in the marriage. She said, okay, so if today was decision day, it would be a no from you tomorrow. He said, no, it would be more like I have insufficient data. Chloe, I feel like you're secretly hoping for a no, but maybe that's just me. Now, I think it makes sense that y'all need a little more time to actually get to know each other because you haven't fully gone through the process like the rest of these people. Side note, I'm just thinking back to how Emily left that apartment. They ain't getting no deposit back. Emily, you go clean that apartment up, girl. That is just disgusting. Anywho, back to the mess. It's nothing wrong with him wanting to see things through a little bit more. I mean, you did just spring a sanctuary and 5 foster kids with behavioral issues on him. Give him a second. Becca and Emily. So these two BFFs are going to an aura reading. These two said yes to each other, if nothing else. So they sit down, they get their auras read. I said, not the aura. They can read your aura and whatnot. Becca's energy said nurturing, and people feel safe around her. Emily's aura said that she knows who she is and she isn't apologetic for it. Well, child, we saw a little glimpse of that over on that after party when she was acting a fool down there with Keisha Knight Pulliam and whatnot. She said the energy with Brennan was hot and heavy at first, then it fizzled out. Ma'am, let me find out you've been talking to these producers. Tell us something we don't know. And I don't ever remember it being hot and heavy. He let her know when they were sitting out in that snow on that bench as soon as they got done getting married that he was not down for the sexuals right away, if I remember correctly. Moving forward. These experts got people looking for answers any and everywhere. I hope they get the answers that they're looking for. Let's just get to the reunion. Come on, y'all. Just get to the reunion and give a 45-minute segment to Michael and Chloe. This is what we can do. Don't y'all do this no more. Let me give you something to do, producers. If you ever have a situation like this and the bride runs away, okay, and I'm doing air quotes, what you can do is we can get the decision day for the other couples. We can head on down to the reunion. 45 minutes could be the decision day for the actual couple. And then we flip the screen and we're at the reunion. It's always something. And we're getting into it. Okay, let's do that next time. Because right here, this don't make no sense. Michael and Chloe. So Dr. Pia is stopping by to visit. Chloe didn't like that Michael wasn't 100% sure. Michael is telling Dr. Pia that Chloe hasn't met his mom yet, and his mama don't even know that he's married. Michael say, what now? Now I understand that she knew the first time and then the rejection came through and she probably told you don't go down there no more, and you went right back down there, and so now you don't want to tell her that you are now married. And Chloe is okay with him keeping it a secret. Dr. Pia was confused, but truth be told, Chloe supports it because she probably gonna say no on decision day, so she don't mind, and she ain't fooling me. So Michael brings up the discussion about them living together when the lease ends. So Dr. Pia said, well, I don't think it's a good idea to not live together. You're married. Every time they start that we're not living together right away stuff, it never works. Y'all remember Noy and Steve? That kind of stuff just doesn't work. Michael says, he goes through a checklist, and that's how he comes to his decisions. Chloe says that she knows that they should live together, but after decision day, it doesn't really matter that they don't live together. It doesn't really matter if he doesn't tell his mom. Nothing really matters because this is the most satisfying and mature relationship that I've ever had. So the whole time, Dr. Pia is just nodding and smiling, right? And then she said, okay. She called out Chloe. She said, look, I think it's giving rehearsed. I feel like you have these written down answers and you're not being honest with each other. If you want to do that for the cameras, that's fine. As long as you're not doing that to each other. I feel like maybe, Chloe, you're people pleasing. And I said, you know what? I love that Dr. Pia keeps it real, because let's not sit here and pretend that everybody was not feeling like what Chloe says is a bunch of fluff. Let's not act like it's not that way. So when she called it out, I was happy that she did, because I want them to be honest with each other. If you feel a certain way, then say it. Chloe said, I don't give a damn what other people think. This is me. And what I'm saying to you is 100% how I feel. And that was the end of the episode. Child, it was nothing. It gave. It was nothing, but we got through it. Listen, if you've made it this far in the review, please meet me Saturday night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time so we can go over the Love is Blind reunion live. Just like we went over the weddings live, let's get together, let's chat, let's kiki, let's have a good time from the same producers of Married at First Sight. So I'm sure that you probably all have watched. If you have not, you have plenty of time to catch up. Now you can binge watch the entire season plus the reunion and meet me over there. Okay? Beat me there. Don't meet me there. Y'all comment down below. Tell me exactly what you thought about the apartment moving out episode. Comment and I'm going to comment back. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.